Hello guys, and welcome to Ride VIP, the Rideshare channel. My name is Serge, and in today's video I want to show you guys how am I doing so far on a Friday. It's going to be a little bit of a different video that I normally do, which means I'm just going to show you my other phone that you hear talking right now, and show you actually kind of like what's going on over there. Normally I just do like a screen recording, but today I wanted to see you guys and say hello. Let me just turn the sound down just a little bit. But anyways, guys, how you been doing? Appreciate everybody always coming back and watching my channel. You know, I would not be anywhere without you guys. I really appreciate it. I was taking a little time off from doing Ubering or doing Lyft because I almost started to hate it. I don't know if you guys really understand what I'm talking about, but what I started to hate is the fact that there's just so much time that I'm wasting here, and for like such a little money, you know. And we're putting in a lot of effort, we're putting a lot of fuel, a lot of cost that goes into really into running this type of operation, right? You know, you got everything to do with the car plus fuel, right? So with that being said, guys, I don't know if you feel the same way like me, or you're just kind of like sick of it, you know, because especially in recent months, things have not been really good. The income has been pretty bad. So this week was gonna be like, I'm like thinking like, I'm not gonna work this week, you know, like that's this weekend, like I'm not gonna work. And last week I was working like 4 to 6 hours a day, and I'll just go home because I look at it, I'm like, it's the weekend, I'm working on the weekend and I'm barely making any money, and I'm like, you know, what's the point? Just go home, because I mean, I'm not just trying to do this for fun, you know. I'm trying to actually make some money. So yesterday I already started like basically I'm just like working on my cars and stuff. Like I'm recording automotive videos, automotive content from other channels, working on my cars so that I could actually list them and make some money, make some real money, hopefully. If you guys want to follow me on that, let me know, or just check out the link that I'm going to place in the description of this video. If you want to check out my main channel, where I'm going to be putting all the things that I'm doing, I'm going to be talking about everything car related, car automotive stuff, and then obviously fix and flip type of stuff, you know. So I'm actually going to be making money that way. So anyways, with that being said, guys, I want to share with you guys how much money I've made so far on this Friday. I have worked almost 6 hours, so let me show you what it is. Check it out, guys. I made $197. I've only used up half a tank of fuel, did 16 rides, and I worked almost 6 hours, as you can see, 5 hours and 48 minutes. So this has been really good, actually. This is a Friday, of course, and still got a couple more streaks going on. We got one at 11, got one at 3, and got one at 5. I don't think I'll be able to do the 7. I mean, I started about 5:30, so I'll be able to take care of everything up until that 5 right there. So I'm good on that one. So today is definitely working out in my favor. Tomorrow is going to be something similar. So if we click on this and we look at how much I've been getting paid, you could clearly see not a lot of tips, if any. Well, we got $4 tip, we got $3 tip, and another $3 tip, and $4 tip. So that's it for the tips here. But yeah, let me go ahead and get this, because I'm also working on my bonus. So anyways, guys, I'm going to be cutting this day a little short, and I'm gonna go ahead and actually go home. I was thinking about working a lot longer, but the thing is, possibly my Range Rover is potentially can go into overheating mode. I'm not sure. So instead of like risking it, I'm just gonna finish my day a little early. That way I could actually inspect it to see if it will overheat or not, or go into overheating once I make it home. So you might be wondering, why do I think that? Well, I have an external temperature gauge that monitors my temperature, and even though my actual temperature gauge tells me everything is completely fine, there's no need for concern. My other one, like right now, like it's 214, which is quite normal. Now it's 216 parked, and it's gonna keep rising as I'm basically parked. Partly due to the reason that the temperature outside right now is fluctuating between 77 degrees Fahrenheit and 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a warm day. So when I'm driving, the engine's being cooled a lot better, and when I'm parked, it's not. So causing the fans obviously to kick on and then, you know, finish cooling the engine. But obviously it's much more difficult job for it to cool down the engine when it's just sitting. With that being said, I was stuck at one of the lights for so long, waiting for traffic, and it went all the way up to 137, which 137, what am I saying? 237 degrees Fahrenheit. Even though the temperature gauge still stays in the center, I am thinking, what if this is just the beginning of things, and I really need to start going home and taking a look at everything and resolving any potential issues that may arise, you know? So I don't want to have to risk it. Like right now I'm on a highway. I got 55-minute drive home, just leaving Charlotte downtown. And as long as I stay on the highway, my engine's gonna get cooled down the proper way. It's 217 degrees now, which you would have never even known that fact if you would not even have this external gauge. So I'm just somebody that is very cautious about the little differences, because the normal operating temperature for this Range Rover is between 195 Fahrenheit and 220 Fahrenheit. So you could understand it going into 237 is not good. And I believe when it makes it to 245, then the center temperature gauge will actually start basically going higher and higher. But right now I'm in traffic. So it's 1:12 p.m. on a Friday, and I'm hitting Charlotte traffic. It's not too bad, but there's traffic at an exit. There's traffic over here. Not liking that too much, because if I get stuck into traffic, that can mean that the vehicle's not going to be cooling down as much as I want it to be. At the very least, I'm not going to embarrass myself and potentially get some kind of mechanical report from a passenger. Let's say if we start overheating and then we have to pull over or whatever. So I'm not going to risk with that happening as well. So I finished taking my last person. I'm thinking, okay, once I get done, I'm just going to go ahead and go home, because I can't be stuck in traffic. Recently, I replaced the overflow tank, and I did get out like all of the air pockets. At least I think I did. I did everything that I could in that situation to get them out, and everything was fine. But I noticed that today, for some reason, it's getting a little warmer. At night, the temperature would not be this high because obviously it's cooler outside. But also, I'm running only distilled water in the system. So I would like to actually use actual radiator fluid. And the reason I was running nothing but water is because this radiator here was leaking, and I used radiator stop leak to seal it, and also the radiator overflow tank bottle was leaking as well, and I used that fluid to try to seal it. It did not work, obviously, so I just replaced the whole bottle. With that being said, I do need to replace the radiator. That was a temporary solution to just, like gluing it and stuff. But it appears to me that my radiator is actually holding the proper amount of pressure. It's supposed to hold anywhere from 13 to 15 psi of pressure, and it's holding it, which is a good thing. So the radiator is sealed. However, it became unsealed already about 3 times in this whole ordeal. But I put 22,000 miles on this vehicle while all this stuff was going on. So I got quite a bit of use out of it. So the goal today is to do again like another temporary fix, just because I really don't want to dive in and just do it properly just yet because I got other stuff going on. So my goal is to just drain the coolant, which is basically distilled water, and replace it with radiator fluid. And then I actually have a special tool that's going to get out all of the air pockets, which last time I used a different type of tool that pressurized the system but did not use a vacuum, to pull on the system. So I use like a old school method to get out like any air pockets. But with these finicky vehicles, you need to actually put the system under vacuum and then refill the radiator fluid like that, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So with all that being said, you might be wondering, well, how much money did I make? And let me tell you, where is my Lyft app? I made $214.45. I did 19 rides, and I only worked 6 hours and 55 minutes. So 7 hours to make $214. So $214 divided by 7 hours. So that's $30.57 per hour. That's pretty good. And I'm not including the fact that I got a PayPal tip of $7.50, and I got a cash tip from one person of $15. So I actually did pretty good in 7 hours. So today I'd say it's a success. So I'm still hoping to work tomorrow and maximize on this ride streak opportunity in the morning. I'll probably start off again at 4 a.m. So I actually got up like at 4 a.m. today, but by the time I made it to Charlotte, it was 5:30 a.m. But the ride streak bonus started at 5 a.m. So I still made it for the bonus and was able to finish it, because you pretty much have almost 2 hours to finish it technically. So yeah, looking at my fuel gauge, I used just a little bit more than half a tank of fuel, which doesn't really tell you much because of the way the fuel levels goes. Usually when you fill it up and you're using it, it will be a while before you'll see the gas needle drop when you actually get a full tank of fuel. But beginning of my shift, I got a full tank of fuel. So I think considering those facts, it's not bad. But if I had to guess, I used about $50 worth of fuel. So that would be about, let's see, maybe like 170 is probably what I've really made after fuel, and dividing that by 7, it's $24.28 per hour. It's still really good, not a big deal. But I do think that if I'm thinking about working Lyft or Uber, definitely Range Rover is not a great option to do so, because it loves to eat fuel. So believe me, I didn't just learn this fact. I mean, I knew it, but here's the thing. I was telling you guys earlier, like, I'm a little bit sick of like doing all this driving for very, very little pay. Today was a good day, and I think tomorrow will be. Sunday possible would be a good week, just because we got the ride streaks going on. But other than that, like a regular work week, the bonuses, if they provide any, they're not that good. They're not that exciting. So it just makes a lot of sense for me to just focus on working from home. That way, I don't really have to worry about what kind of vehicle I drive. And my goal is going to be just finishing up the cars that I need to finish up, put them on the market, and just start flipping cars. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna leave you a link in the description below for my channel that I'm actually using to, fix cars and stuff, because I'm going to start posting videos there actively. So if you're seeing that this channel is lacking in videos, and if you would still like to see what I'm doing, please check out my main channel, which has 30,000 subscribers, and I'm gonna just start posting videos there. It's been a long time coming. I've taken a big break from that channel, about 2.5 years. I did post some stuff here and there, but I used to post every single day. And that's because once I got into rideshare, this was good money, and I was able to get out there and just make really good money. That I looked at everything what I was doing, I'm thinking, well, I'm not making this much money here, so why not just try rideshare? This is easy. Let me make the money. And for a while, I did pretty good. And I think now things have become oversaturated. Also, the fuel prices were a lot cheaper 2.5 years ago than they are today. So, and I had a 4-cylinder car that I was using, four-cylinder Nissan Altima 2013, which was a perfect car for this type of a rideshare type of business. But that car is down right now because, well, this job ruined it, because I put all these miles on it. And well, I mean, it doesn't have crazy amount of miles. It only has like about almost 120,000 miles. But the head gas is blown, and I'm showing a transmission code, and that very code, according to forums, people said that the dealer told them that they need a whole new transmission, which I'm sure it's false. But anytime I delete that code, it just comes right back. And that code basically is new. I did not have that code before, because I only had an overheating issue. Now the transmission was working fine, but it did all that sitting, and now obviously it's set for so long that that code is triggered. But I think I think it's possible to get rid of it. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.